Owning your own business can add some complicating factors to a divorce. The business is considered a marital asset if it was started during the divorce. So you're really going to want to look at whether it's going to be valued, how that valuation will go if you're the person who is owning and running the business, or if you can negotiate some kind of buyout if you are going to continue the business on your own and your spouse is not going to be involved. Because people who own their own businesses also are able to deduct expenses against their income, there becomes the difficulty of ascertaining what the true income is. So there's sometimes a fight when it comes to calculating custody because, one person may want to use one income number, the other person may want to use another income number. So to the extent that you can come to the table and begin to try to resolve those issues as amicably as possible, and it's not always easy, that will serve you because it can just kind of make the road a bit longer if you have to engage a professional business valuation company. If there is going to be a business valuation company is typically hired to do that. And depending on the type of business, the size of the business, the worth of the business, different valuators are available for those kinds of things. It is an added expense. Sometimes the expense is shared depending on the income of each of the parties, but that is typically professionally done. What I would say, and just to caution someone who owns their own business, is don't go and try to get a business valuation on your own. You want to have agreement with the other side as to what valuator you're going to use, or you're going to kind of waste your time and money getting a valuation that they may not accept. The role of prenups in protecting business assets is the same as the role of prenups in protecting other assets. It's a way that you can agree in advance with your spouse as to an existing business or a business to be developed in terms of what you will share as marital and what you will intend to keep separate. Business debts, as is the same for other debts, are often said to run with the asset. So if there are debts that are associated with that business, which is an asset, whoever is retaining the business or the asset typically also assumes those debts. And if it's getting divided or distributed, there's usually a portion of the debt that gets distributed right alongside the asset. If you have any questions about how a business gets distributed, if it does get distributed in a divorce, you can call Hannon De Palma. We've helped many couples and families deal with privately owned businesses that either have to get distributed or are kept by one party or the other during divorce, and we can help you through it.